the fact to have something more bigger is just, it's life-changing.
You are super fierce. It's amazing. So now, who do you consider your customers? I mean, has that changed the trajectory? The being, part of that magazine, has that changed, like, who your customer base is?
I definitely feel being in that magazine has shown people the professionalism that I have, the talent that I have. Clientele-wise, it definitely has helped, because when people hear, oh, you've been published in a major magazine, that must be you're really good. That must mean that you know what you're doing. So in that aspect, yes, I've gotten more clientele from that. Combination of special effects and beauty, yes. It's pretty equal on both sides.
Oh, okay. So you'd say, like, your business is like 50-50.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's a nice balance, but they're very different. So how do you stay up to date on both sides and keep your sanity?
Luckily for Halloween special effects, that, like I said, it could be yearly if, you really try to do it yearly, but it's mostly during the fall. And weddings are during the fall, but most of it is during the spring and summer. So it kind of, slowly goes into one transition into the other. So it's not too crazy. Sometimes they do overlap. I've done makeup on for special effects for Halloween, and had to do bridal makeup within the same day because one was going to a wedding and one was going to a Halloween party. So, but luckily over time it just kind of transitioned itself out. So it keeps it balanced for me, really.
That's nice. I mean, that can help you sleep at night. You're not
I don't want to overstress myself.
Exactly. You don't want to do that. You just want to make other people look like they're stressed, like AKA the zombies.
Yes.
But you can't be walking that way around.
No, my face is my moneymaker. We can't look at the zombie.
Yeah, they'll look at you and be like, I don't think I want her doing my makeup. Okay, let's talk about one of your most favorite customer encounters that you've had, and, like, how did it make you feel?
Honestly, I would say I loved all my clients. One in particular, we definitely bonded over, stories that she was talking to me about. And it's nice to know that people trust you enough to tell you, their most personal information, because you're building that bond with them. And that makes you feel good inside because you feel important to them. You're not just hearing them, you're genuinely listening to them. So building that whole connection is definitely, it makes you feel great because they have that bond with you. They have that trust with you. And now the client always has me do their makeup. So it's nice to have that constant job, but also have that constant almost friendship that you're building with them.
Yeah, because they say so many times, they say that people say that people buy you. They don't. Yes, they buy your service. That's definitely important. But they also want to feel like they're emotionally connected with a brand. And so the fact that emotional connection obviously keeps her coming back. So I can totally see how that would make you feel so good. That's awesome. And I guess, how do you feel? I mean, how do you get more of those people? Is the question, right? I guess that's your challenge every single day.
Yes, every client is different, but if you can relate to them on a personal level, that definitely starts that connection with them, because you're not just trying to sell them a product, you're not trying to sell them your service, you're genuinely trying to understand them and their needs, because you would want that for yourself. So you just have to be genuine and humble and be very understanding, because not every client's going to be the same.
Definitely. We're all different. We're all made differently. Okay. So I'm going to circle that back to when you so now you're kind of comfortable, you're getting more comfortable with your business and all that, but when you launched, I'm circling it back to Supergirls actually, when you launched from college to life, were you nervous about anything in particular? Did you have fears in any one area, or did you have overall fears? How did that feel?
Definitely had a lot of fears leaving college because you're so used to one routine, and now you're entering the real world where you're going to need a real job with benefits, or a job that's going to give you enough money to pretty much survive after college. And being an art major, it's kind of hard. People always have the assumption of, like you said before, starving artists, and artist jobs aren't as stable as the normal 9 to 5 job. So that was definitely one of my fears. And luckily, right before I graduated, I got a makeup job with a cosmetic brand that I really liked, and it helped me form my artistic ability. It helped me understand the job, the history of makeup. It definitely helps you learn. And people don't realize that no matter what job you have, whether it's a waitress, makeup, whatever the case may be, it's teaching you something that you need to know for future. And my biggest fear was not having a job and to make enough money to support myself. But I feel like if you just keep persevering, you keep positive thoughts, you definitely get to where you need to be.
So if you had to say, if you had to give our college girls one piece of advice, what would it be? Would it be around that?
Yeah, definitely. Because, a lot of people are going to tell you, no, you shouldn't do this, or no, you shouldn't do that, or maybe you should take this route instead. But if you know what you want to do, keep doing it. Whether you have to get another job on the side, like we talked before, to support it, you can still do what you need to do. You have to work twice as hard to get to where you need to, but the rewards will be great.
Awesome.
So don't give up.
Awesome. I think that we need to keep pushing that message to young women. It seems so simple, but it's just something that we always need to remember and keep in our hearts, because as women, we just don't have the same, in general, we may not have the same level of confidence, and it's something that we always just need to reinforce each other. And I think that's a lot of what we try to do here at Supergirls too.
Absolutely.
It's all about the sisters, the sisterhood.
Okay. Gotta work together.
Gotta work together. Well, I'm so happy for you that you were able to figure that out and that balance. Did you have anyone in particular that kind of inspired you, or do you just kind of figured it out on your own?
Everyone always inspires me, especially because everyone's teaching you something different. Like my family, even you helping coach me, my special effects teacher, my art teachers, the people that support me definitely have helped me shape my business.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for your vote of confidence in me. I really appreciate that. And all these other amazing women that are in your life. So that's awesome. And everyone's proud to know you and see how you're blossoming. So that's great. Great stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, we have to wrap up, unfortunately. I'm sure we could talk about details of the moulage, go on and on, but we have to wrap up, and I want to just be able to tell our listeners the best way to get in touch with you in case they want to, I don't know, maybe they want to hire you, maybe they want to ask you for your advice on, how
Absolutely.
to do a successful business. What's the best way for them to do that?
You could always go to my website at www.lbbartistryfx.com, or you could always message me on Instagram, lbbartistry_fx, all lowercase. You could always find me everywhere.
She's out there. She's out there with the zombies. Okay. Well, thanks again for being with us. I really appreciate it. And good luck as you keep moving forward and growing that business.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, anytime. It's my pleasure and my honor. So, listeners, that's a wrap with Lauren from LBB Artistry FX. Next week, we are going to have Holly Yao, our global citizen from FIT, on the line. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for being with us on the Hero Whispers. Go out and slay dragons.